If you can understand what I'm about to say, thank you for the work you're doing. There is a shift in human consciousness that is currently happening, pushing humanity to disconnect and look within so that we can truly understand ourselves, so that we can better understand and heal our world for the purpose of evolution. An event that impacts our entire universe. See, we cannot heal in the same place that hurt us. For now, this shift can only be felt by those who have awakened. And it's being described through many names: ascension to fifth dimensional consciousness, the return of Christ consciousness, spiritual awakening, among other names. But all of those are just labels for that just one core happening, which is consciousness. What is consciousness? From my personal experience, when I first started experiencing this shift, it was like I finally became aware of myself, but not the identity self, the self beyond this physical, temporary body, the observer. I all of a sudden realized that what I thought to be true was not it. I had no other choice but to surrender everything that I thought I knew, which in truth were just programs, beliefs, concepts, and ideas that I had picked up along the way from others while I was looking for myself outside. I now know that I am everything, but I am also the nothing that becomes aware of itself. I can now see the interconnectedness of everything and everyone. This is how I now know that coincidence doesn't exist. It's synchronicities of an invisible network that connects all things and everyone. Albert Einstein said it best. He said, coincidence is just God's way of remaining anonymous. Now, in the coding of the Bible, in keyword coding, John 3:7, you must be born again. This is it. I felt that the person that I was had died and I was experiencing a rebirth. And at first, I thought that I was going crazy. But knowing what I know now, I was actually becoming sane in a world where insanity is considered being normal, realistic, and falling in line with the person in front of me. Yeah, no thanks. I'll think for myself and I will carve my own path. See, during this time and where your being is experiencing this rebirth, your mind truly becomes that which resembles the mind of a baby. You are now learning and observing new knowledge through frequency and vibration, which is how the mind of a baby learns in its early stages. You become aware of all energy, which can become overwhelming. Your mind becomes a receiver for new information that is now coming from within, in addition to the knowledge and experience that you have gathered throughout your life from your exterior world. Thus, it becomes a lonely path. You can now see through everything and everyone. The barriers you create are simply an attempt to respect the superficial privacy of others. This allows me to use Bayesian inference, which is a method of generating predictions based on new information, experience, prior knowledge, and belief. This is where spiritual discernment develops, as you are now operating from a state of knowing. Although belief is what creates this three-dimensional reality, belief ceases to exist in this higher state of consciousness. I describe it as direct access to God, which was once just an illusion. But once you truly get to see what God, the universe, is, which is all within you, this world then becomes the illusion. Awakened souls are now taking the lead to show others what they yet cannot see. It's acting as a wave which will eventually realize it was always the whole ocean. I call this first wave of awakened souls the Ark, courageous and strong to take the ridicule, the judgment. But let me remind you that all great visionaries, the greatest minds, the greatest leaders to ever walk on this earth were first ridiculed, humiliated, and condemned by those who couldn't see what they could. It is only now that their visions have become our reality that we praise them. There is no stopping this shift in consciousness. It is our future. We must match the frequency of where our world is headed. A beautiful world of unconditional love and unity. A world led by the heart in balance with the mind.
Would you do this for $5 a day?
Money! I wouldn't even do this job for $1 million a day, and let me tell you why. This right here would rank on one of the most dangerous jobs you could do in the entire world. In this video, we can see this guy strapped in with a rope, a guy to assist him with that, an air hose, and this tunnel filled with water. The guy then jumps into the tunnel, and this is what it looks like. He's down there for over a minute. What these guys are doing is known as compressor mining. In this style of mining, these guys are sent down these holes, which are very deep, to collect valuable minerals. In most cases, these minerals are cobalt, which is used in all of our smart technology, or it can also be things like gold. Obviously, these workers cannot breathe underwater, so they use an air compressor as a hose to get air while they're working, and oftentimes their eyes have to be shut, they can't see. Breathing in this crude air from air compressors is also very dangerous and bad for your health. Not to mention, these mines are very poorly constructed, they're very tight, and there's a high likelihood that they could cave in. This practice is illegal, but a lot of people still do it, and big corporations are willing to look the other way. And they typically only make $5 or less per day.
No, this is the saddest part about working at Dunkin' Donuts. Everything goes to the trash. All to the trash. All these donuts to the trash. Munchkins to the trash. I wonder why I eat the food because it gets thrown out. To the trash. Trash. And all these munchkins.
Yeah, you can throw the papers with them, not everything.
So sad.
Servicing the masses. Oh, SpongeBob. They can't get enough. They want more. More of that. Secret formula. That smells good. Doesn't it, Mr. Krabs? Didn't do, Mr. Squidward. Didn't do. Sponge boy. Maybe a bit more of that. Secret formula. Is that good, Mr. Krabs? Is that how you like it? But that's how they're servicing. In the Matrix movie, at least, what if Matrix people, they're not aliens, they're actually humans that evolve into AI? Because if you think about it, everything starts natural. Yeah. You can't just get something from nothing. Yeah, you have to go for a regular human, then you go create the technology, then you go. Yeah, so there's this video, this went viral, of they asked AI generation, what would humans look like in the future? What is the whole lifespan of humans? Check this out, it's crazy. So this is another one of those art generations, right? Yeah. But it shows the time lapse of what humans will end up being like. Human evolution. Look. So we start off as monkeys. See, we start off as monkeys, then caveman, Neanderthal. Then what happens? Humans, right? Obviously in the Renaissance era, Night era, Middle Ages, and then modern, we're using phones. Okay. And look what happens. We turn to cyborgs, right? Now look what happens. We're full robot. Now look what happens. This shit is scary.
Let me see.
Look, keep watching.
What the?
Keep watching. We turn to fucking wires.
Oh no.
We turn to wires, and now what does the wires mean? Think about it. What do the wires mean?
We just become technology.
We become the simulation.
Yeah, that's fun.
Think about it. Cause that's the next step, right?
Strange water experiments you can do with frequencies, and you can
Look at that. So the electricity running into the water makes it do that spiral?
It's sound, really. It's not even electricity.
It's sound.
Vibration.
The spout is connected to a speaker. The speaker is being controlled by an oscillation thing.
But if you do all the hertz, you can see it.
Oh my god, this is incredible.
this is just one experiment for this. There's a lot of other really, really cool ones.
So if you change the frequency, the patterns change.
This is some weird shit.
So the ultrasonic waves are causing these objects to levitate. So they're levitating in the ultrasonic waves.
Is that ice?
I don't even think it says exactly what they're floating there. It's probably just a piece of maybe like rice or a piece of paper or something.
Holy shit.
But people speculate this is maybe how the pyramids might have been made because of the frequencies that people think they make or could have made.
That
and
was
the Graham
something
Hancock
that
stuff and
Eddie Griffin said outside the...
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Up,
Yes.
Pixar Disney movie, the
Yes.
cute thing with the flying house and the balloons?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you know that's all modeled on where they fly to the big rock things with the waterfalls, which are like real things in South America. The summit of it marks the boundary between Brazil, Venezuela, and Guyana. Anyway, so it's on these things called tepuis, which are like these big quartzitic sandstone. Do you know Angel Falls? Like
No.
It's one of the biggest waterfalls in the world. There we go,
Whoa.
dude. That's a rhyme. That's what we were coming
wild.
next to. If you could,
It looks fake.
you imagine all the continents on Earth were once sort of combined. South America and Africa, fit together at the horn. And part of what makes the biology there so interesting is that the creatures on the summit of some of the tepuis are more closely related to creatures in Africa than they are to the ones in the jungle below them. Because the summits have been separated for so long. The top of those islands, basically, they've been separated from the jungle below for so long that they more closely resemble where they came from in Africa than the creatures that live in the rainforest below.
Before Ever wonder how they made these astonishing works of art in the Dark Ages? Well, you're in the right place. Such incredible detail that can't be recreated today. It is made the same way as these decorations. That's why it looks identical on these amazing buildings. It's called geopolymer, and it's the art of casting artificial stone. Keep watching to find out how they recreate geopolymer today. Here's how they make geopolymer blocks today. You could literally build a house like Lego and it would last hundreds to thousands of years. So much easier than cutting and carving stone, especially now we've got 3D printers to create any type of mold. You can even use geopolymers to create mountains. This should fuel any curious mind to question the nature of our reality. It makes you wonder, did all ancient civilizations use geopolymer casting to create these structures all over the world? This should make you change the way you see these structures in the future. Have we really been told the truth about our ancestors? Thanks for watching. Like, follow, and share for more content like this.
This is the real truth behind Thanksgiving.
The Pequot people were burned alive in the middle of their sleep at night in 1637. Mass Bay Colony, Plymouth Colony, Providence Plantation, Mystic Seaport, all English colonies banded together to burn women and children while they slept in a village at night. They barricaded the exit. They did not allow anyone to leave. They wanted them to burn. They were proud that they burned. This country was proud to write. We could smell their burning, rotting flesh for over a mile away. It's written, folks. Please read it on your own. I am not making this up. Stephen King can't make this up. He was so proud, the town of Norwich, Connecticut, had a statue honoring this man up until roughly a decade ago. John Mason, the man who murdered over 700 people. When anyone, the few people who were able to survive that Holocaust, they were rounded up. They were sold as slaves. Before they were sold, they were marched all the way from Connecticut to Mass Bay Colony, present-day Boston. They were placed on trial. They were declared to be sold as slaves. But before they sent them on that slave ship, they had to humiliate them some more. And they read a declaration that those people shall not ever, once again, even utter the word Pequot. They will no longer be able to call themselves a Pequot. I am proud to say, I'm a Mashantucket Pequot. This is the history, folks. Because that particular day, that particular incident, is when this country declared its second religious day of Thanksgiving.
Don't forget to like and follow and stay weird.
She, foreshadowed Matthew Perry's demise. So Doja Cat did something really interesting on September 1st. This video is for entertainment purposes only. Everything I'm about to say is fake and I have no facts to back any of this up. On September 1st, Doja Cat started promoting her new single, Demons. And it is her dressed as a demon sitting on the friend's couch. Some of you ask, but Amanda, why does that matter? Oh, maybe because she, foreshadowed Matthew Perry's demise. It is her sitting on the Friends couch with the Friends logo above her. But instead of Friends, it says Demons. It's really in your face like there's some sort of occult. It is almost like she is warning us that something is coming. And the biggest reason I included this small, minute detail isn't just the fact that the timing was a little odd. No. That she posted this less than 2 months before Matthew Perry's death. This is wild. What's weird about this picture is the logo. There's no dot between D and E. And you know me, I had to look into this. Okay, so the word friends is 7 letters. In between each letter is a dot, and there's 6 dots. If you look at old promotional material for the film, you'll notice that each dot corresponds to a person. Long story short, one of the dots that represents a cast member is completely gone. It kind of makes you wonder if Matthew Perry picked up the fact that someone or something was planning to unalive him. I mean, wouldn't this completely explain his Instagram posts? All the bat signals and talk of him being Matman. I really do think it means something. It kind of makes you ask yourself, who's next? And I will just close with this. Remember, reality is always stranger than fiction.
Good morning, Jake. Well, good morning.
Waiting for the bus.
Good morning, Amaru. Hey, you're not buckled in.
Good morning, Bama.
The deeper reason why you learn nothing.
I think a lot of you may not realize that the reason a lot of people don't want to learn anything new is because to them, learning new things is trauma. So many people grew up in families where it was considered a bad thing to learn new things. It was bad to think critically about things. We know this because we are familiar with this phrase, don't get smart with me. Many people, when they were kids, if they were even remotely challenging of their authority figures, or if they talked back at all, they were called smart. And that was not a good thing. Smart was what got you punished. If you were someone who behaved in an arrogant way and you had an answer for everything, you were called a smart aleck. Not to mention the fact that we are weighed down with so many stereotypes of what you look like, what you sound like, how you act when you are smart, that there are people who are desperately afraid of looking smart in any way. So, as a result, we have people who grow up not learning anything new. They've learned that's the safest thing. And the only way they are ever going to learn anything new ever again is if they learn that it is safe to learn. As long as they're afraid of saying things like, yeah, I changed my mind, or hey, I learned something, this is where they're gonna stay.
How many steps does a bulldog do a day?
I'm expecting at least 2,000 steps today. Alright? 2,000 steps. We're going to check it at the end of the day. Don't try to take it off. 2,000 steps. Alright, buddy. It's been several hours. Let's check. Where you at? Where you at? It's now 6:45 at night. It's been several hours. No, that can't be right. No. 82 steps? Come on, man. Come on, let's go for a walk. That is shocking. Shocking. 82 steps. That's like from here to the fridge. Come on, bro.
Well, I think we are seeing the most disruptive force in history here. You know, where we have for the first time, we will have for the first time something that is smarter than the smartest human. And that, I mean, it's hard to say exactly what that moment is, but there will come a point where no job is needed. You can have a job if you want to have a job for sort of personal satisfaction, but the AI will be able to do everything. So I don't know if that makes people comfortable or uncomfortable. You know, that's why I say if you wish for a magic genie, that gives you any wishes you want, and there's no limit. You don't have this three wish limit nonsense. You just have as many wishes as you want. It's both good and bad. One of the challenges in the future will be how do we find meaning in life if you have a magic genie that can do everything you want. I do think it's hard, you know, when there's new technology, it tends to usually follow an S-curve. In this case, we're going to be on the exponential portion of the S-curve for a long time. And we have, like, so you'll be able to ask for anything. It won't be, we won't have universal basic income, we'll have universal high income. So in some sense, it'll be somewhat of a leveler, or an equalizer, you know, because really, I think everyone will have access to this magic genie. And you'll be able to ask any question. It'll certainly be good for education. It'll be the best tutor you could, and the most patient tutor. Sit there all day.
There's a theory that Mars was the original planet that humans were from.
Okay.
And then something happened that we all had to fly to another planet and live on. So there used to be like civilization that lived on Mars.
But now it's all dried up, right?
Now it's all dried up. Now back this. On Mars, there's an element on the periodic table called xenon. Now, xenon on Earth is only found, this is crazy, is only found after a nuclear explosion.
No. What the hell?
Yeah, so theory, and it goes hand in hand now, what if on Mars there was a nuclear warfare, destroyed the whole planet, but people were able to escape just in time, landed on Earth, and they had to restart from nothing.
So we are the aliens.
We're the aliens.
What the hell? Nah, that's kind of weird, but that makes sense also.
Because that's how Loki, the Earth would end up looking like that.
Yeah.
We did have
if something happened like that. Yeah.
You think we're all bombers, don't you? No. When you look at someone like me, you think bomber, right? Yeah, you do. So why shouldn't I be a bomber if you treat me like one? Mashallah, brother. Yeah, mashallah. Yeah. And the mujahideen, and I'm making a scene. Now you're gonna feel what the boom boom means. It's like Tupac said, when I die I am not dead. We are the martyrs, you're just smashed tomatoes. Allahu Akbar! Mashallah, brother! Oh, what? What? Just because I'm Muslim, you thought it was real? You think...
Tyrone, when you started your cotton picking career, did you envision yourself being a 5-time cotton picking world champion that's ranked #1 in the state right now?
Well, you know, I always believed in myself. You know, like I just always know I could do it.
What an inspirational cotton picker. Anyway, going into the season, how much cotton should we be expecting to be picked from you? Would it be more than 10 pounds?
10. Sir, that's rookie numbers. I'm putting up. You better believe I'm putting up way more than that.
Oh my God. He's a 5-star cotton picking recruit with all the Hall of Fame badges. We gotta draft this Negro at this instance. He's a cotton fanatic. He's a cotton prodigy. So do you have any offers, sir, please?
Okay. Now I already got offers from Cotton Troops Academy.
Oh my God, sir! If you sign with me right now, I got a contract for you. $5 million.
I'll give you 10 million.
I'll give you 10 KFC coupons.
Word?
I'll give you a free month membership to child support.
I'll give you a Hellcat. I'll give you a shiesty mask.
Y'all, look at how this cat act when I scratch his butt. This is some shit I've never seen before. Look.
I found this giant hole by my house and had to figure out what was in there. I saw someone else do this on TikTok, and a wasp came out. Oh, hell no. I was not expecting a huge-ass spider to come out.
Oh, it's a tough motherfucker, ain't it?
Drop. Oh. Drop. Oh, he's holding on. Oh, there he goes.
Follow for more.
It's down the bottom, the other zip. Down the bottom.
The European starling, a bird that mimics the human voice.
Give him a kiss. Give him a kiss.
Its incredible ability to mimic sounds is due to its complex vocal system, allowing it to imitate other birds, animals, and even machines. All the European starlings in North America descended from 100 birds set loose in New York Central Park in the early 1890s. The birds were intentionally released by a group who wanted America to have all the birds that Shakespeare ever mentioned. Today, more than